Here we have the current stock market update for GameStop Corporation, stock ticker GME. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comments section below so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see, today's share prices did manage to move higher, and we moved right into this $23 resistance zone that has been outlined and explained in prior videos. There are several reasons that this level is important, and as we can see here, the share price was also able to move above its 100-period exponential moving average. So what we're currently looking at here is the 4-hour price chart. Overall, this is a positive price movement. We are moving in the positive direction here, and this is being accompanied by an upward movement in trading volumes as well. But we do have to keep in mind the fact that we are really just trading right back into this prior resistance level, coming in right around the $23 mark. And the breakout that we have seen here to the top side has been extremely minimal. So what this does tell us is that there was not a huge amount of stop loss activity that can be found in this area. If you had seen a huge amount of stop loss activity, you probably would have seen more follow through here into the close. But you can point to the fact that this is a positive day. Overall, however, what I would kind of discourage people against at this point is to avoid looking at this chart with false optimism. I mean, because if we look at what actually generated this price movement here, I think that we see what is typically par for the course with this stock, which is that there tends to be market overreactions to very small pieces of new information. So, for example, there was an announcement today that GameStop would be ending its relationship with Wells Fargo. Its $250 million credit facility will be closed. So essentially, they're saying that they do not need to borrow money from Wells Fargo. $250 million. I don't think that this was really much of a question. However, I don't think that there was anybody that was really expecting GameStop to borrow $250 million from Wells Fargo. In addition to that, the other piece of news today came from GameStop's announcement to sort of divert its focus to focus instead on retro gaming within its stores and things like that. So we're going to be looking at selling older consoles and things like that. So my question at that point would be, why that would be supremely significant or anything like that. I mean, why would that really be expected to alter the picture for the store? I mean, do we really expect people to start flocking into GameStops to buy an old Nintendo system or an old Sega Genesis system or something like that? I mean, eBay and Amazon, there are plenty of other places to buy those type of consoles already. And this just seems like an extremely gimmicky move in my view. So to suggest somehow that this is going to, drastically change the picture for the business itself, for the underlying business, just seems to be a tremendous amount of hype over absolutely nothing. And as we can see here, once again with this stock, what we're seeing, is what I would consider to be a market overreaction in the upper direction. All we're really seeing here, though, however, is simply a move back into this resistance zone. So what we're doing here at the moment is trading at roughly the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of the declining move that I have outlined in prior videos. So essentially, this was the main level of resistance that I have been watching, and this is roughly where the stock closed. So we didn't see any tremendous breakout activity here or anything like that. All that we're really seeing at the moment is a price move of about $1.50, $1.60, and I do think that this sort of opens up the possibility here for a discussion about trading psychology in general. So I do think that there are some lessons that can be learned here. Specifically, what I'm talking about is any situation where you become newly excited about a sequence of events that would otherwise have been disappointing to you. What this really is a suggestion of is the fact that the trade is not performing very well. So in other words, I think that what people need to ask themselves, I mean, anybody that's excited about these price movements to the top side, what you really need to be asking yourself is whether or not a price movement into 2350 approximately would have been good news. I mean, if you were to ask yourself that, 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago or 2 years ago, would a movement into 2350, is that something that would get you excited? If you asked yourself this previously, would the answer to that question, would it be yes? Because I would suspect that for the most part, that would not be the case. I think that for most people, a movement into right around the $23 level, 23.50, the price close here came in at 23.43. So would this be a price move that would have gotten you excited previously? Because if the answer to that question is no, and now it is making you excited, what this tells you is that you're now willing to accept weaker returns and smaller price moves as some sort of evidence that your position is doing well. And that's really trading 101. And I think that everybody has been there at some point. If you're in a position where what would have previously made you disappointed is now making you happy, something is wrong with the position and something is wrong with the trade. So as things currently stand, we are seeing a price movement here. We have moved above the 100 period exponential moving average on the 4-hour chart. Overall, this really is not an impressive price move. It's $1.50, $1.60, and this is being based on news events that are not very important. I mean, I don't think that $250 million in credit from Wells Fargo is significant in any way. And I don't think that this movement into retro gaming consoles is significant in any way. There's plenty of that type of product available on eBay, on Amazon, plenty of other places that sell these types of things. And I don't see people flocking into GameStops to look at old gaming consoles. I mean, I just don't see how that makes much sense at all. So currently, what I would expect to see here is for this price movement in the positive direction to start to be sold. I don't expect this rally to last much longer. I don't think it's really based on anything. And then in addition to that, the follow through to the top side after running into this $23 mark has been extremely weak. We have not seen much of a price movement here in the upward direction. And $1.50 in new price gains after seeing a tremendous amount of selling pressure in the stock really isn't anything to get excited about. So if people are excited about that, I think that you're in an unfortunate position here because I don't think that this is something that would have gotten you excited if you had informed yourself about this previously. So here's the current market update for GameStop Corporation, stock ticker GME. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.